What is going on, everybody? I go by the name of Curry, and I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on Sneaker Fetish. Today, we're taking a look at one of the most polarizing Jordan 1s, maybe even the most polarizing sneakers that I've personally seen all year long. This particular colorway of Air Jordan 1 has been one that a lot of people have been talking about, but some people like it, some people hate it. And today we're here to talk about why that might be. Is it that people genuinely hate it, or is that people just want to be a part of the majority? Without further ado, let's jump into it. Boom. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Air Jordan 1 Fusion Red. This sneaker here, I've been hearing people call it so many different things, so many different nicknames, and I want to clear up a couple of things that I've been hearing people talk about when it comes to the Fusion Red Jordan 1. So let's take a little deeper look at the shoe. We'll run through it. It's pretty basic, so it won't take us long, and then we'll get into how I'm personally feeling about this sneaker. All right, guys, taking a look at the upper of the shoe here. Now, this is giving me black toe color blocking on this sneaker here, but we have some very interesting pops of what's called this Fusion Red around the collar of the sneaker, around the heel, down the eyelets, on the mud guards, and wrapping around the toe box. Now, the first thing that we need to talk about is that this is Fusion Red. This is not Team Red. This is not other kinds of red that Jordan Brand seems to use. And so we need to understand what that means. The word is Pantone. And when you look up the word Pantone, a Pantone basically means a variation or a shade of a certain color. The problem that I see with a lot of people these days is that when they hear a color in their head, they automatically think of a different Pantone or a different shade of that color, not realizing that the color red can take on many different Pantones. And light Fusion Red actually has a Pantone with a lot of different color codes that goes all the way from a very, very light shade, kind of like this pinkish looking shade, all the way down to a very, very dark red shade. But this one is on the higher end of the Pantone spectrum. The shoe is pink is what I'm pretty much saying to you guys. It's pink. It's not red. It's not Ronald McDonald red, it's pink. Now that we got that out of the way, the shoe is pretty much pink. Now, on top of that, you have this nice white leather in the quarter panels of the sneaker, and of course on the toe box as well. Now that's accented by a laser orange that goes around the top color of the sneaker, right in here, right underneath the Ball and Wings logo in black here. And then of course you have a laser orange swoosh. Now we've seen laser orange on the very popular women's Air Jordan 3s that dropped a little while ago. So the color was very popular. They brought it back and they offset it with this pinkish looking Fusion Red. Before we go any further, I really need to let you guys understand this leather here is nice. And that's one thing that you're going to hear across the board, no matter if people really like the shoe or they really don't like the shoe. I think a lot of people were disappointed because they felt like the materials were fantastic, but they just didn't like the colors. Understandable, I respect it, but we also got to put some respect on Jordan Brand's name for giving us this really nice leather. This is some good leather. Taking a top down look at the shoe here, you get the white toe box. You really can see there how nice that leather is on the toe box as well. You have the regular white nylon tongue, and on the tongue tag, this is really interesting here. You have this same kind of laser orange and light fusion red Nike Air tag that really gives me Street Fighter 2 vibes. I think that's one comparison people have also been making, is that it looks like the logo from Street Fighter. I like that comparison. I can get with that. One more time for this leather. Do y'all see how nice it is? I mean, this leather is plush, y'all. Listen. This leather is plush. That's all I'm gonna say. Moving to the outsole of the shoe here, you get a black outsole to finish off the sneaker. Again, simple color blocking here, white midsole with the black outsole. As far as the insole of the shoe here, you get the light fusion red insole with the laser orange Nike Air branding on the heel. Last but certainly not least, we got a lot of shoelaces on this one. 3 extra shoelaces in addition to the regular white shoelaces on this shoe as well. So you can go with the plain white, you can go with black, you can go with laser orange, which in my opinion looks fantastic on this shoe, or you can go with the light fusion red laces, or you can do what my brother Mr. Unloved Ones on Twitter did, which is he popped in a pair of UNC or kind of powder blue laces into this sneaker. And when I tell you guys, when he put those blue laces into this sneaker, the way that shoe popped, it made a lot of people that didn't like the shoe like the shoe all of a sudden. That blue in there, I never would have thought to put it in there, but my brother, you did what needed to be done. You understood the assignment and you did it well. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the light fusion red and laser orange Air Jordan 1. And again, like I mentioned, it's a really simple sneaker, guys. And I think that's the beauty of this sneaker. And that's kind of the overarching topic for today's video. Sneakers can just be fun. They don't always have to have a super deep story. They don't have anything to do with McDonald's. They're not even McDonald's colors. So I'm not sure why people said they had anything to do with McDonald's. But sometimes sneakers can just be be fun. And the Sneakers app actually spoke to this. If you guys look at the description of this sneaker here, they actually said this is just a fun colorway for the summertime. Summertime is here, guys, and now it's time for Jordan Brand to give us some really interesting and fun colorways. Everything may not have a super deep story, but I do think that Jordan Brand kind of knew that this colorway might be a hit or a miss with certain people. So I think they kind of tuned up the quality of the leather, threw in a bunch of extra laces just to give us a few more incentives to go ahead and buy the sneaker. I'm gonna tell you guys like this. I like the shoe, and that may not be the most popular opinion on this sneaker. I've seen some other people on YouTube say they hate it. I've seen some people on YouTube say they absolutely love it. And this is one of those shoes that really brings individuality back to sneakers. I think that's what I can appreciate the most about this shoe is the fact that it's not a clear case of everybody loving it or everybody hating it. People really had to pick a side with this sneaker, which is something that you don't always see all the time in shoes. So kudos to Jordan Brand for creating something that was a little bit out of the box, even though it is yet another Jordan 1, but at least they gave us a colorway that was a little bit off the wall, a little bit different, and actually made people kind of choose a side. You had to sit back and decide, do I really like these? And these days in sneakers, I hate to say it, but that's rare. I tried to find a deep story. I even went deep into the archives of Michael Jordan stories and everything like that. I actually found a McDonald's commercial from 1987 where Michael Jordan actually went into a McDonald's and they did a whole thing like the shot clock was winding down. He had on a really interesting tracksuit that I thought kind of matched the colors of this sneaker. But upon further review, it ended up being that the tracksuit was really just a regular red color, Chicago Bull red. So I was like, okay, that's not it. But really, at the end of the day, I had to stop looking so deep for a meaning in the shoe. This is just a fun shoe for the summer. That's it, and that's all. And sometimes some shoes are gonna come out that just are what they are. Now, I'm gonna tell you, if you're a customizer, this is probably something right up your alley. Number one, because the sneaker isn't worth jack diddly squat right now on the resale market. Thank goodness for that. Probably because people couldn't really hype these up as much as they wanted to. I see a lot of y'all resellers still trying to squeeze the prices up to $250, $230, stuff like that. I see y'all out there, but good luck with that because people just aren't connecting with the sneaker at those price points. But again, these are a customizer's dream because this is a really good palette to work off of. Color blocking is really nice to make some really fresh customs off of. And I'm excited to see what you guys do out there. Some of my favorite customizers out there, I know you guys are already cooking up ideas for what you want to do. On top of that, just enjoy the sneaker for what it is, guys. It's fun, it's summertime, and these kind of pop really nicely with certain outfits that people may or may not wear. And this is truly a shoe where if you're not feeling it, leave it on the shelves. There's nothing wrong with being able to walk into a sneaker store and seeing a really nice quality Air Jordan 1 sitting on the shelf. I mean, where I come from, I miss those days. That used to be a thing where you could walk into a store and grab a Jordan 1. Now here we have a Jordan 1, great quality, great materials, lots of different laces, really interesting colorway that's right in time for the summer, and you can pick it up very easily. I mean, what more can you ask for? And that's pretty much all that I gotta say about these guys. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. That's pretty much it. Now it's time for you guys to sound off down in the comments and let me know what you guys think about the Light Fusion Red Air Jordan 1. Are these ones that you guys ended up adding to your collection, or are these ones that you guys went ahead and let's sit by the wayside for somebody else to get them? Were these a hard pass or were these a must cop? Sound them down below. Let me know. Of course, right down in the comments, make sure that you click on that subscribe button so we can welcome you into the Sneaker Fetish family to make sure you don't miss out on any more heat that comes through like these, because I still think that these are heat, even if most people don't. But on top of that, I guarantee you I got a lot more heat on the way. As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on SneakerPhetish, taking a look at these with me, unboxing them with me for a couple of minutes. I go by the name of Kari. This is the Air Jordan 1 High Light Fusion Red and Laser Orange. And until next time, I'm out.